1.
Okay guys, so hopefully you've made some good qualitative and quantitative observations about our bottle. Now before we actually begin the lab and start our investigation, what I want is to kind of talk to you about what makes a good hypothesis. So as a reminder, hypothesis always has to be testable. So if we formed a hypothesis and we couldn't run an experiment to test it, it means we need to write a new hypothesis. For our purposes, we're going to use the if-then format. There's other ways you can formulate a hypothesis, but oftentimes people get maybe a little carried away, or they put too much in there and they have too many variables. So we're going to use the if-then format today. So it's going to say, if I put my plant in the dark, then my plant won't grow well. If I pet a dog, then its tail is going to wag. So you're going to be making if-then hypotheses about our lab today, and you're going to be doing it on our Google slideshow. And I'm going to show you where you're going to be typing and how you're going to move and kind of interact with the slideshow. So go to your slideshow. Here is where you are going to put your if-then hypothesis. So if Miss K pulls the tape from the second hole or from the first hole, then, and then what do you think is going to happen? And you're going to explain that in your hypotheses. Now, important is once you have formulated your hypothesis, don't go back and change it, okay? So just stick to your hypothesis. Whatever you think is absolutely fine, even if it's wrong. To interact with the slide, so it's asking you after you've made the hypothesis to drag the arrows or the images over here to the bottle to show the direction you think the water is going to go. So if I think that the water is going to go up, I'm just going to click on this and I'm going to drag to show that I think that the water is going to go upwards when Miss K pulls the tape off of that first hole. So go ahead, write your hypothesis and drag your arrow to where you think that the water is going to go. All right, guys, go ahead.